Good morning, second graders. Today we are looking at lesson 6-5 and it is subtracting two-digit numbers. So we are going to take all the practice that we did last week and apply to really just start rolling with our subtraction strategies. Let's jump into our video and we will move on from there.
Find 43 minus 18. Show and write the subtraction using a subtraction frame. Which number do you write first in the frame? You write 43 first because it is the number from which you are subtracting. Why is it important to line up the digits correctly? You need to line up the digits correctly so that you can subtract the ones from the ones and the tens from the tens. Look at the ones column in the subtraction frame. There are not enough ones to subtract. You need to regroup one 10 as 10 ones. How many tens will there be in the greater number after you regroup? How many ones will there be in the greater number after you regroup?
Select your answer.
Okay, if we take one of these tens and break it into ones, we'll be left with 3 tens in our tens place. And then if we add tens to the ones we have, we will go from 3 ones to 13 ones. Oops. Move that. There we go.
After you regroup, there are 3 tens and there are 13 ones. So 4 tens and 3 ones becomes 3 tens and 13 ones. Now subtract. 13 ones minus 8 ones equals 5 ones. 3 tens minus 1 10 equals 2 tens. So 43 minus 18 is equal to 25. Which number in the subtraction frame is represented by the crossed out line and the crossed out dots in the place value chart? Why have one line and 8 dots been crossed out in this chart?
Select your answer.
Okay, we were asked which number is represented by those crossed out lines. Nope. If that's what you were thinking, try again. Tricked ya. Aha! It's the number we subtracted.
18, which is 1 10 and 8 ones, is represented by the 1 crossed out line and the 8 crossed out dots. 18 is being subtracted from 43. How can you check your work? You can check your work by adding 25 and 18 to see if the sum is 43. Now you know how to subtract two-digit numbers from two-digit numbers.
You did a great job regrouping.
Okay, this video gave us some extra information, but at the end of the day, what we know is that we are using that same strategy we've been using all week last week and now into this week to regroup and subtract. Let's take another look and then we will go on to our math book.
So I have a pencil. And I have a sheet of paper. Cool, Marta. Let's put them together to subtract these two numbers. Let's use a subtraction frame to help us. For 34, write 3 in the tens column and 4 in the ones column. Okay, so this means that for 16, we can write 1 in the tens column and 6 in the ones column? Exactly! Now we can subtract, starting with the ones column. 4 minus 6 equals... I can't subtract this. I don't have enough ones. So we have to regroup 110 as 10 ones. Mark out the 4 in the ones column and write 14. 14 minus 6 equals 8. We'll write 8 at the bottom of the ones column. And since we regrouped, we'll mark out the 3 in the tens place and write a 2. 2 tens minus 1 10 equals 1 10. So 1 10 and 8 ones is 18, which means 34 minus 16 equals 18. Yay! We did it again! Another subtraction problem, solved by a great team.
All right. Please meet me on page 347. I will see you there. 347. Okay. This question, pause if you need to catch up and then jump back in. This question says, how is subtracting 23 from 71 like subtracting 3 from 71? How is it different from subtracting 3 from 71? Well, let's take a look. If we are ready to subtract 71 minus 3, we know first thing that we cannot take 3 ones away from 1 1, so we have to regroup. That means our 7 tens become 6 tens, and our 1 1 becomes 11 ones. Now we are ready to subtract. 11 minus 3, hopefully you remember that it's 8, and 6 minus 0, we know is just 6. Let's look over here at this problem. We are starting in the same situation, so that's a similarity that we notice right away. We can still not take 3 ones away from 1 1, so we need to regroup, and our 7 becomes a 6, and our 1 becomes an 11. So far, this problem is exactly the same. 11 minus 3 is 8. Now here's where it gets different. We have 2 tens to subtract. On this side, we did not. 6 minus 2 is 4, and so the answer is 48. How is this different? In the problem, 71 minus 23, we had to subtract 2 tens. Otherwise, the problems are the same. Pause your video so that you can make your writing match my writing, and we will meet on page 348. All right. Today we are just straight subtracting. If you need a whiteboard so that you can draw the tens and ones, get it, okay? That's up to you. If you feel like you can do it without, then do it without. But the important part here is making sure our answers are correct. So I'm going to set up this problem, 52 minus 31. I write 52 first, minus 31. 2 minus 1, I can do that. I have enough ones, so I don't need to regroup. 2 minus 1 is 1, 5 minus 3 is 2, and I'm ready to move on. The next problem, 67 minus 48. I write 67 first, minus 48. I cannot take 8 ones away from 7 ones. There's not enough. We have to regroup. So our 6 becomes a 5. We add those 10 ones to the 7, and so that becomes a 17. And now I'm ready to subtract. 17 minus 8 and 5 minus 4. Let's look at the next page, number 4. I'm just going to help you get some of these set up. 52 minus 36. I have to regroup here. I cannot take 6 ones away from 2 ones. So my 5 becomes a 4 and my 2 becomes a 12. Then it's your job to subtract. Make sure you are still taking the time to answer these questions. Just because I'm not giving you the answer in the video does not mean that you don't have to answer them. Okay? This one, don't let it trick you. 94 minus 54. 4 minus 4 is 0. I don't have to regroup. 9 minus 5, I'm going to let you solve that part on your own. Okay, I'm going to set up number 6, and then I would like you to do the rest on your own. 41 minus 25. I have to regroup. I do not have enough ones. This becomes a 3. This becomes an 11. You need to subtract. Your job, second grade, is to do 2 through 11. You need to do 2 through 11. This one at the bottom, you can do this one. It says Tia's basketball team. Sorry, let's change this up. So this will instead be 2 through 12. You need to do number 12 as well. Tia's basketball team scored 61 points. They won by 23 points. How many did the other team score? So this is simply saying 61 minus 23. You will have to regroup. So what do our numbers become? Take your time and do your best. Get a whiteboard and draw. We're going to pop over to the quick check if you want to pause your video here while you're working in your math book and then listen to the part about the quick check when you're ready to take your quick check. I think that would be a good idea. I'll see you in a minute. Here we go. Quickie checky. Let's talk about it. Tomas brought 22 muffins to school for a party. His classmates ate 19 of the muffins. How many muffins are left? You need to set this up, 22 minus 19, and solve. Alex read for 35 minutes on Monday. He read for 27 minutes on Tuesday. How many more minutes did he read on Monday than Tuesday? 35 minus 27 will give you that answer. Use a whiteboard, set it up, and solve. Okay, this one, straight subtraction just like out of our math book, 41 minus 23. Pay attention to your regrouping. Remember that when you add 10 ones to 1 1, it becomes an 11. The blue second grade class collected 54 box tops. The red second grade class collected 43 box tops. The green second grade class collected 19 fewer box tops than the blue class. How many box tops did the green class collect? So first thing you need to notice is that information about the red class, cross it out, ignore it, we don't need it at all. What you need to solve is what the green class collected, and we know that they had 19 less than the blue class, which means we are taking the blue class total of 54 minus 19 to find out what the green class collected. Use your whiteboard, set it up, 54 minus 19, and solve. Finally, Mary has a thread box that holds 96 spools of thread. She already has 57 spools in the thread box. How many more spools of thread can Mary fit? 96 minus 57 will tell you how much more room she has, how many more she can fit. 96 minus 57. Take your time, do your best, use a whiteboard, and use your headphones. I know you'll do great. See ya!